So we're still here in Doha, and we're looking forward to the start of the competition. But even we know that the Ghanaian team will be hoping to do their best. We have to talk about generally the key stories we're chasing here at the 2019 IAAF World Championships. Now, joining me is such a privilege to have the BBC's athletics and boxing reporter, Ade Adedoiune. Great to have him. That golden voice they love all the time when they hear it. Thank you very much, Ade.
Nice to be here, thank you.
And it's good to meet you and to hear. It's been coming off such a great interview. But let's start with what everybody's interested in. That is the sprints, 100 meters. Justin Gatlin has not had a very good year, but everybody's talking about Christian Coleman. Who are the contenders and who is likely to win this?
I think in Justin Gatlin and Christian Coleman, you've talked about two of the favourites to win.
Yes.
You've got to remember with Gatlin, he was an Olympic champion back in 2004.
Yes.
So he's used to competing on the big stage. I know what you mean about his season because he ran very, very fast in Eugene at the Diamond League. I was there and I saw him do that. And then towards the end of the season, it looked like he picked up a bit of an injury and he lost a couple of races. But he's a guy who always gets it right on the big occasions, so he's always going to be a threat.
Yes.
Christian Coleman is the fastest man in the world this year. He is the world indoor champion. He is my favourite to win the gold medal. Had a bit of a tainted build-up because there was this issue where he was going to be charged with a whereabouts failure.
Yes.
Every athlete has to tell the anti-doping authorities where they are 24 hours a day so they can be tested. And there was an issue, and if you miss that 3 times in a calendar month, in a calendar year, sorry, you fail. Effectively, it's an anti-doping violation. But what happened with him is he was going to be charged, and they found that actually within the rules that he hadn't breached anything. So he has that hanging over him, and it's all going to depend on how he copes with that kind of pressure. But for me, he is the favourite to win, and you can never count out Justin Gatlin because, as I say, he's the man for the big occasions.
I know there are 1 or 2 fans who are just still wondering whereabouts of Andy deGrasse, because in 2017 he was actually supposed to be the guy to do the damage, really, not Gatlin. What do you make? What do you make of Andy deGrasse and everything?
Andre deGrasse will be there or thereabouts. I know what you mean. He looked very, very good at the Rio Olympics, and then he's picked up some injuries since then, and he's battling his way back to kind of full fitness and full sharpness. I mean, he's fit now, but it's getting to that level that he was before. He's another guy who could potentially win a medal. Once you get to the final, it's what happens on the day. Don't write off Akani Simbini as well of South Africa, a man who did very well at the Commonwealth Games at the Gold Coast. He's another guy that he's shown that on the big occasion, on the big stage, that he can do it. I think, though, the gold medal and the silver medal is Justin Gatlin and Christian Coleman, but after that, it's whoever turns up on the day.
100 meters is one that we'll be looking forward to. Of course, it starts today, but 100 meters has its own way of feeding into the 4x100 meters relay. And that's interesting for us in Ghana because we have a 4x100 meters relay for the male who won gold in the Africa Games in Rabat. Let's talk about what you've got in the mix, because with Great Britain are the defending champions. What have we got in the mix before we zone in on the Ghana team?
Americans are always going to be strong.
Yes.
Because you've got Christian Coleman in there, you've got Noah Lyles in there, you've got Justin Gatlin there, you've got Mike Rogers.
Too much already.
Exactly. So they're always going to be tough to beat.
Yeah.
The British team have a relay camp, so they train specifically for this. So when they won in London, it wasn't that they were the quickest athletes, it was that they were just very well drilled.
Yeah.
You can lose a lot of time in the changeovers, but the Brits did that very well in London 2017, and that's why they won. So you can't count them out. Jamaica as well, they're always there or thereabouts. And like you said, the African teams, Nigeria in the past have produced good relay teams, Ghana in the past have produced good relay teams, but it's such a technical event. The big thing is just get that baton round. You know, you don't have to be super fast, just get it round without making any mistakes, and then you're in the mix.